Dun, 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 dun. There we are. It is. Welcome back to another Star Wars review, and this is a big one for me. And it's going to be kind of a passion project because I've been talking. If you've seen my videos, lots of. I'm going to be doing a modification slash mock for Darth Vader's castle, and so this one has been fantastic. I just built it this year, but I had it just over 2 years ago. It's actually been about 2.5 years since I purchased it as kind of a birthday present to myself, and here it is, finally all built, and so you get this extra Darth Vader's TIE Advanced. Here he's kind of stuffed right in there. And then you get, of course, the glory of the Darth Vader's castle, which, again, just first glance on it, looks just fantastic. It's like exactly like the box art, and is a great display piece on its own. And I'm just looking to expand it a little bit. Hopefully I don't ruin the actual aesthetic and look of it. But I'm looking forward to the challenge of kind of building it up a little bit further. So this one is just, it's an amazing set. I think it's been one that even investors are probably kicking themselves for not having more of. It was probably hard to tell if this one was going to be worth it or not, but the figures are just out of this world, which we'll get to in a moment. It originally retailed for $129.99 or $130. And again, if you could have gotten it discounted, which I think Amazon did, I'm pretty sure I got it for just over $100, like 20% off on Amazon. Or if you'd have gotten it on Lego.com with a gift with purchase and gotten a couple of them, something like that, this would have been just an absolute burner of a set in terms of investment. You could have easily doubled your money, which is definitely anytime you can double your money in just a couple short years. Typically that 18-month window is where you need to be. That's fantastic. So right now, this set's definitely in the, brand new in box. People are it's going for that 160 to 200 range. I've seen it for used. You're probably looking even at overvalue used, right? At 120 to 150, somewhere in that range. So that's amazing that you could have gotten the play value, and then if you were done with it, you could essentially make money on something that you already used, which is kind of crazy to think about. So with that, this one, again, because it just discontinued just over 2 years ago now, or actually it's been less than 2 years, so about just a year and a few months. Because it was October of 21. So again, just over a year. So a year and about 2 or 3 months that it's been off the market. So let's get into the actual build and some of my thoughts on it. Starting with, this is kind of the first portion of the build. Let's go. Here's the instruction booklet, which is, it's pretty awesome, I will say. The instruction booklet itself kind of goes over, there's, I believe, let's see, is it 10 bags? Yep, 10 bags to completion. So you start with Darth Vader and the TIE Advanced, and then you start building the base walls. Then you go up, you kind of build these really cool sides, and again, it's play set, so the back is showing exposed, which we'll get to in a moment. And it was really interesting because I think even when I was building it, I was questioning, why are there royal guards? But I was doing research, and apparently Palpatine assigned a handful of the royal guards to basically protect him while he was in the Bacta tank. So that was an interesting little tidbit that I learned. And that's part of why it's fun to research and do these reviews, is that you start to learn more about the lore and the stuff behind the scenes. So there he is, and actually this is a proper setup with the royal guards protecting him, because he was exposed while he was in the Bacta tank. Because if you think about it, he wouldn't have been able to use his force powers while he's hanging out in the Bacta tank. Meditation chamber, he could get up and just start, doing Darth Vader bad things. And let's see here. Here's the Wave. I didn't get a lot of these sets. I missed out. This is when I just started collecting. So I got Snoke's throne room. Got the swoop bikes. Didn't get almost any of these. We did get a whole bunch of those battle packs. Huge parts list on these pages. And then that's a wrap for the instruction booklet. And it's a nice thick book for with 10 bags. Boy, a lot of struggling with my words today. And then here's the spent sticker sheet. So, you know, it's a decent amount of stickers. We'll kind of point out where a few of them are, but it was definitely doable. Some of them were a little trickier than others, but overall, really good. So, let's bring this a little bit closer. Here we go. And I just love how the front is just glorious. You know, when you're starting with, it's also very sturdy. So no worries if there's a little shaking and stuff like that. This is a very sturdy, well-built, well-thought-out build. This side doesn't really go along with the picture a little bit, so that's one area I'm going to try to improve. But you get these really solid state. These are great parts. And then it kind of, boy, it's getting dusty already. And I love these columns. And then the lava flow coming right out of them is pretty neat. So let me actually pull the camera. There we go. So there's a better look. Here's the look from the top side on down. I don't love this little shooter at the top. It's probably one of my least favorite things. But I love how they did the shaping on this. In particular, I think it was great technique when you talk about these pieces right here, because it's using the 30-degree slopes and then doing this on top, and it gives you a really good look because that's 2 plates high, so that matches that 30-degree slope right there. And I think that gives you that great shaping right there. And I just love, I'm going to try to put lights in here and light this up at some point. I think any sort of light coming out would look absolutely fantastic from either the lava flow or these translucent red. You get a really good amount of translucent red 1x2s in this set. I just love how they did Lego did the shaping right here. As we go to one side, it is the Sith side. Let me see if we can give you a better view here of this. There we go. Let's give you a better view. That is really cool. I don't necessarily, it's kind of like almost like an afterthought, these little side builds. They're fantastic. They're going to give me a lot of great ideas as I modify this. But then they're a little lame that they're just kind of off to the side. But I think from a play scale standpoint, that is fantastic. I think I lost one of my groupings in there, but this is like a little fun play feature. And there's even a thing in here where there's like I don't know if that's like a Sith-based kyber crystal or something along those lines. Really cool little side builds here. And then going into the back, here, let me see. It's going to be the easiest way. We'll start up top. There's the shooter. That's a sticker right there. Then you go into the next level is the meditation chamber right here. So Darth, these move. I won't do it right now. It was really interesting to see. These are technic connected pieces that gives that extra sturdy. You can unconnect these, and then these walls are actually easily removable if you ever wanted to do that. Then the back to tank level right here, you've got the Royal Guards. I threw this guy in here. It's not part of the scene technically. So, and there's some nice detailing. As you can see in back how that red, translucent red looks awesome. And there's nice circular, there's not a ton of detail on the floor, just a little bit. There is... Oh, and then right here is there's an actual door, which is at the very end of the build. So here's that. Just like that. So that's a pretty neat little feature. And then in the bottom is where this is essentially the TIE Advanced hangar. And there's all sorts, so it's basically built as a floorless hangar. So the TIE Advanced fits neatly right under there, just like that. So getting into the figures, again, I won't go too much into these guys. This is an Imperial transport clone trooper. There you go, angry face clone. Let's go. Pretty awesome figure, and actually he's really starting to get valuable because there's only one of him in this particular set. So for folks trying to get Imperial transport, and then the Royal Guards themselves, nothing special, super special about them. Of course, they are faceless, and those inspired the Snoke. Let's see here. Oh, there's two. Probably should have grabbed them out of here. Royal Guards are flying. Here is the, they give you two Darth Vaders. Get that to focus. There we go. He's sleeping. He's in the back to tank. And he's all beaten up. So you got a good look of beaten up Darth Vader in here. We'll throw him back in there. And then Darth Vader, when he's fully in his suit and he's rocking. I think I've got his lightsaber somewhere. Here he is. He's now awake. If we can get that to focus, boom. There we go. Look at that. That's cool. This is a really cool version of Darth Vader. And then there's his, he's got his little helmet spot there. This is a really good looking one. Does not have the arm printing, but this is before they started doing that new pattern. And then going over his ship, it's enough. It kind of is a lot to kind of stuff him in there. I'm actually, yeah, I'll keep them stuffed in there. You know, here that's the one thing I will say. I'm trying to remember, how did I even get him in there? Is there a trick to it? Damn. Oh yeah. You just had to make sure his cape was in it. Yeah, you literally just have to wedge them in there. So they did that perfectly. Just like that. And this is very swooshable. This is a great looking. I think this is nice. This is like the perfect TIE Fighter build. Oh, there's his lightsaber. Duh. They have a spot for it in back, so you don't lose it. And then there's standard stud shooters in the front if you want to do a little play scene. So there you go. There is a little bit of a mouse droid. I forget where he went in that set. This has been just fantastic. I'm glad that I finally did this review so I can get rid of the box, number one, and I'm going to somewhat break this down so that way I can start the process of doing my modifications, and the plan is to do an underground Sith temple as part of this. So there has to be a home for the Royal Guards, and I've been kind of collecting a whole bunch of Sith troopers that are more Old Republic style. I've kind of figured like those guys are underground workers, so they may not have been seen in canon, so you just never know what was lurking underground in the Darth Vader's castle on Mustafar. So thank you so much for joining me on my journey collecting Lego, especially Star Wars Lego, and make sure to like, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next Star Wars review. Bye for now.